Hey guys, so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of playing around here with some lights. You'll see the video hopefully soon on this. I need to catch up on my videos. I'm sorry I've been late. I've been on furlough. I haven't been to work for 5 weeks due to the COVID-19. Thank you, Mr. Government. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. No politics today. So, but what I will say is, take a look at that. Okay, that's long enough. What I'm doing is, I promise on the next video, I will, I'll change the, what you call that? What do you call that? What do you call that? I'll change the image. I don't know. Instead of looking at an old flatbed trailer from Carry On Trailer to Lowe's, whatever, I'll show you the current status of the adventure trailer. So anyway, that's that. Battery's about to die out. So yeah, I'll get back to work on these lights. And we'll get the next video out to you later. Okay everybody. Here's my 3/16 2-inch angle. I went ahead and while I was at Tractor Supply, I found the hanger kit, 644T, 2 eye-to-eye springs, total capacity 2,000 pounds. You know, it's 1,000 pounds per spring. I went ahead and got some 2 extra sets of U-bolts and another spring seat, because as I was measuring everything, that is more than 48 inches. That actually comes out to 49 inches. So this 4x6 carry-on trailer was actually a little bit more than 4 feet wide. And when it comes time for me to create the box, to build the box and wrap it with aluminum, the aluminum only comes in a 4x8 or 4 foot wide sheet. So it's, rather than trying to splice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make it an actual 4 foot inside to inside dimension, which will be easier and more economical. Also, while I was at Tractor Supply, boom, this little box, regularly $79.99. It was on sale for $69.99, and I had the 10% neighborhood club discount. I got this box for $63. That'll be my little front tongue box. Be able to put my batteries in there, maybe a propane tank, some tools. We'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do with it. So, for the time being, I will build my 4x6 frame inside to inside dimensions. I'll do that. Cut off the tongue work from the previous frame, add it to this one. I will cut off the spring purchase that I just put on and install the other ones at the proper distance. So, wow, I've got my work cut out for me this afternoon. So, follow along. Okay, to square everything up, we got 3 foot, 4 foot, and 5 foot. Remember that. Okay, so I'll tack this one, I'll tack that one, and then I'll work on the other end. Okay, so I've got everything. Got these two distances measured, the 4 foot and 4 foot, and a 6 foot and 6 foot. It's measured out. I went ahead and I got a diagonal measurement of 86 7/8. And 86 7/8. Spot on. So what I'll do is I'll tack each corner. Well, I'll tack 2 corners. Then I'll measure my diagonals again. Tack a 3rd corner. Measure again. And then tack the final corner. Just in case it draws up into any other direction. So, yep. Okay. Got the other 2 ends tacked. I've got this corner tacked. 86 7/8. Watch your eyes. So what I'll do is I'll finish welding up these corners, and then I'll cut off the tongue and those cross members from the old frame, and I'll put it on this new frame. All right, folks. So got this tongue centered. Now I want to make sure it is square. How am I going to do that? $119 7/8. Wow. 119 7/8. The Lord is with me today, people. So as you know, I scrapped the idea of reusing the slipper springs. So I went to Tractor Supply. I bought the springs, the hanger kit, bought some new spring purchase for the axle, but there were no instructions on how to mount these hangers. I checked YouTube, and there was one fella that I found, and it really threw me off because he stated that the manufacturer of his hanger kit recommended that this rear hanger be laid over on its side, kind of like a U shape this way, instead of a U shape up and down. So I was really confused at that point. So I just took off to town, went to Tractor Supply, crawled up underneath one of the 5x8s. Had the same setup, 2,000-pound axle, hangers. It had the 20-inch springs. So this is how they had it mounted. They had it mounted this way. So I came home, remeasured everything, and by bringing the front hanger to this point, that'll put my rear axle, that will put my axle right at 44 inches, which is pretty close to the 60%, 40% margin that most of the teardrop community recommend and all that. So, which helps with the tongue weight, but then again, it's not too much tongue weight. They say 60% towards the back is pretty much ideal. So that's what I'm going with, and we'll see if I can get these leaf springs on today. Okay, also, while I was at Tractor Supply, I measured the distance that they had, and the distance they had was the best I could determine, 20 inches from the center of this bolt hole to the center of this bolt hole. So I will mount mine the same. Not too bad, eh? It's got a little kick back to the back. There you have it. I'll go ahead and weld up, tack up the other side, make sure everything's aligned, weld the last cross member, finish welding up these brackets, and then I'll get back on the axle. It's supposed to rain tonight, so that's why I'm getting this primer on. Alright folks, just as it looks, there is a bow. Okay, the frame is bowed. So with the trailer in the upright position, if I turn it over, the center right here will be a 1/2 inch higher than the front and back corner. So then I'm planning to make some relief cuts along the side, however many I need, just with my little chop saw, my the cutting blade on the 4.5 inch angle grinder. So I'll make some relief cuts, straighten it out, weld them back, grind it down, repaint it. Man, I tell you, I don't know. I would not have thought that it would have drew it up that much, placing all these welds. But then again, I'm not a professional welder, so I'm happy with what I've got. I hope I can straighten this out. Okay, so I ran a string from there to there, and as you can see, it's maybe a 1/2 inch difference in the center. So what I will do, I will make a relief cut right here, from here to there, maybe cut out a 1/4 inch gap through there, maybe just the width of the cutting wheel or the grinding wheel, and I'll fold that. I'll kind of jack it up to where this closes up, and I'll weld it closed once I've got a straight frame again. So all right, well, can't even tell, can you? Of course, if you got a little bit closer, you would be able to see, but I was able to make a relief cut on both sides, and I jacked it up, kind of straightened everything out, welded it back in place, primed, painted it. It's not exact, but hey, it's fine for what I'm using this trailer for. So, and as far as losing any strength, I don't think there's any strength lost because the weight is going to be right over the axles. So that's going to be fine. And actually it's going to be pushing up, which would actually close this gap instead of trying to pull it apart. So, wish there's no gap there anymore. So, is my dog eating a rat? Are you eating a rat? All right, boys and girls. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and flip my trailer back upright. It'll be easier to put the tires on that way instead of putting the tires on and then try and flip it over. That's that much more added weight. So that's what's fixing to happen. All right, boys and girls. Wow. How's that look, folks?